So this is my standings for my NHL playoffs. So you can also see with these, like when I put on the contenders list, why I have the Panthers as a wild card team. Just remember, guys, the Panthers, they do not do good in the regular season. We don't care about the regular season. I don't care about the regular season, but we do care about the playoffs, and that's why I have the Panthers. And so anyways, that's if you're questioning. Let's see my standings. So if you can see right now, my actual standings at the moment, and then if we move down a little bit, here's my other part of the standings. So yeah, basically the back, the end, like the O right here is how many wins we're gonna get, and we can see there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a few wins. These games are gonna be tight, and this is what I'm talking about. There's gonna be a lot of playoff races. I kind of realized that the Canucks are a little high. I put them a little too high in the tier list, but whatever, I guess. Alright, and also I have the Predators lower than I suspect them. I should. Oh well, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the fact that we have the points, the playoff format. That really just matters at this point. So let's hop into the playoff standings. We got the Golden Knights versus the not the hockey club, the Mammoth now. They haven't updated it, and I mean like, fuck, Knights in 5. The fucking Mammoth has like no experience in the Golden Knights, such as a loaded team, so they're gonna get they're gonna get their asses kicked, and the Knights will win in 5. Alright, now we got some actual good series. We got the Dallas Stars versus the Wild. Now, this is going to be a pretty interesting game. This is a pretty interesting series between, I feel like, Dallas will win. And this is going to be a close series because Dallas chokes the last couple. Do you think Dallas is going to move? Oh, I think so. In 7. I'll go Dallas in 7. Then we got the Oilers versus the Golden Knights, yeah. Yep, that's the Golden Knights, guys. No, I'm just kidding. That's the Kings. I don't know why. Now, fun fact, the Kings, they play well at home. So, and they suck playing away. So the Oilers are going to take the first 2 and then the next 2. It's kind of like a lazy one. But, I mean, the Oilers will probably take it in 6 again, like they did last year. Because the Oilers will have motivation to get and beat the Kings in 6. And then we got the Winnipeg Jets versus the Avalanche, and this is a good matchup. Jets will win it. Jets will get the first one, and then it'll go to the Avalanche, and Jets, Avalanche, and then the Jets will winning in 6. The Jets are a very good team. Way better than the Avalanche. I feel like the Avalanche since 2022 just hasn't been that same team, so I'm going to give it to the Jets. Alright, now we got the Hurricanes and Blue Jackets. This is just gonna go the same way as the Mammoth. Though so inexperienced, but here's the thing: the Hurricanes are not like that same. Like not the Golden Knights good, but they're still a good enough team that's going to take it down easily. Take down an inexperienced Blue Jackets team. Alright, now we got the Maple Leafs and the Panthers. Okay. So Maple Leafs, I will admit I'm not going to be biased in this. So Panthers are not winning. Panthers are not winning this week. We all knew that. So yeah, game 1 will go to the Maple Leafs, then it'll go to Panthers, and then Panthers again, then Maple Leafs, then Maple Leafs, then Panthers, and then obviously the Maple Leafs. They just can't win in Game 7, especially in Toronto, bro. Give it to Florida. Florida in 7, because the Maple Leafs loves to make series extend to 7, so we're gonna give it to the Florida Panthers in 7. Alright, we got the Devils and Capitals. Now the Capitals, I have them regressing. I don't think they're gonna be that good, and this is just depends what we got. Okay, the Devils can be either very healthy and very good, or they can be completely dog shit and injured. We got the Capitals, who are getting a little bit older, but even that, they were old last year and they were good. But I feel like the Capitals are going to regress a little bit. So I'll take the Devils and then Capitals. It's going to be like a pretty good fight, but I feel like I'll give it to the Devils in 6. Alright, we got the Lightning and the Senators. Lightning going to take the first game before the Sens are going to... Senators in 6. Remember, guys, the Lightning, they're old, they're washed, and they're just typical, though, just like the Maple Leafs now. They'll have good regular seasons, and they'll choke in the playoffs. So, don't worry about the Lightning. They suck. Alright, now we got an interesting second round. We got the Knights and Oilers, the Hurricanes and Devils, the Senators and Panthers. That's the Kachuk Bowl. That's something I want to see. And we got the Devils and not the Devils. We got the Dallas Stars and Winnipeg. Alright, so with the Oilers and Golden Knights, this is going to be an easy one. Golden Knights in 6. Golden Knights are going to beat the Oilers. I feel like the Oilers, they're getting tired. They went to the the Cup final for 2 years in a row. That's pretty difficult to do. Not gonna lie, that's pretty difficult. So I'm gonna give it to the Golden Knights in 6. Now here's the thing, though. Now usually the President's Trophy team loses in the second round, but here's the thing. Who did the Jets lose last year? Or was it? Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I feel like making it to the Cup 3 times in a row is pretty difficult to do. I know the Panthers managed, but here's the thing. I look at the Stanley Cup Finals. They started McDavid and Draisaitl a lot. You know how many times I'm going to start McDavid and Draisaitl for the games? They're going to be playing 99% of the games. They're going to be fucking tired. And the Golden Knights are just such a complete team, so I'm going to give it to the Oilers. Then, not the Oilers, the fucking Knights. What the fuck am I thinking? Alright, now we got the Dallas Stars versus the Jets, and the Jets are going to get their revenge from last year, beating the Dallas Stars in 6. Now, usually it is difficult to have a team go and be in the conference finals 3 years in a row. After the Panthers did it, because we're just better. But you choked every year. I feel like you're gonna have a regression. You're gonna fall back. So I'm gonna give it to the Jets in 6. Now, I have the Hurricanes and Devils, and the Hurricanes, they typically own the Devils, so I'm going to put the Hurricanes in 5. We got the Panthers and the Senators. This is going to be a hyped-ass game. I take the Senators in game 1, and I'll take the Panthers again, and Panthers, Senators, because how inexperienced the Senators are, I'm going to give it to the Panthers in Miami. They finished in Miami in 6 games, going back to the conference finals for the 4th year in a row, because we're just the best team in hockey. Alright, now going to the conference finals, we got the Panthers and Hurricanes again for the 3rd time in 4 years. Seriously. And then we got the Golden Knights and the Jets. So because the Golden Knights do have that President's Trophy curse on them, they might be completely fucked. And they might be fucked, and I'm going to take the Jets in 6. So the Winnipeg Jets are going back to, not going back, but they're all going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, do you think the Panthers one ends here? Nah. Now, usually the Panthers, last year and a couple years back, we dominate the Hurricanes. This year, the Hurricanes are going to put up a big fight versus us. I'll give it Panthers in 7. So, yeah, Panthers played a lot of 7-game series. Shit, we must be tired. Oh well, Paul Maurice and that whole squad knows what's going on. We're gonna win. Alright, now we got our Stanley Cup Finals. Now, before we do and predict our Stanley Cup Finals, I'm being completely unbiased here. This is I could see the Golden Knights in the playoffs, but everyone's picking Dallas. I gotta pick a hot take. Now, last year, I think I had the Avalanche in the Stanley Cup. I'm now doing that. Gonna choke against Dallas. They're gonna choke against the Jets this year. But, yeah, let's hop in. So, game 1, I will give it to the Jets. Okay, so it's at home, so I'll give it to the Jets. Then I'll give it to the Panthers. Panthers again. So, that's 3-1 before the Jets ultimately wins. Now in Florida, do you think we complete the three-peat? Yes, we do. The Florida Panthers are your official back to back Stanley Cup champions. It doesn't matter where we stand. Last year, 2 years ago, when we won our first one, we were first place in the Atlantic Division. Last year, we were like third place. This year we're gonna be a wild card team, and we're still gonna win the Stanley Cup. Now this can be different though. If Alexander Barkov is not healthy, if he is not healthy, then I feel like it might be conference finals exits. But I, all of these Eastern Conference teams, I don't think none of them can stop the Panthers. Other than the maybe not the Senators. Maybe the Hurricanes, but we own the Hurricanes. Like, I'm gonna give it to the Panthers. And Panthers own Canadian teams, so I mean, like, we're gonna obviously Canada's not gonna win the Stanley Cup with Gary Bettman as the commissioner. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Florida Panthers to go three-peat. Thank God. Help me, Panthers, please be good. I'm fucking depressed as being a Dolphins fan and also being a Marlins fan. It sucks being that too. I finally have joy in my life again. Panthers 3P. Let's go, Panthers. And that is going to wrap up my video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you in another video. And on Tuesday, tomorrow will be the day that we see the Panthers raise their second banner and get the rings. And we're facing on the Blackhawks. I cannot wait for that. Let's go, Panthers. We're going to get the win. Let's go.